What we've learned over the years, and it's become particularly important in more recent years, is the importance of working with consumers. We've made a lot of mistakes in research by not working with consumers, and by co-designing our new research with people with the lived experience of stroke, we hope to avoid those mistakes in the past and learn some new tips and tricks about how to do things better. What assessments are really important for people with stroke? What do they really want as a good outcome after stroke? And it's fantastic working with our stroke consumers, and we've been working here in Australia with consumers for a considerable time. We've got some really good, close working relationships with many people, and that's fantastic, and it's a community that we hope to grow, and it's a very, very important part of the CRE. By integrating our consumers within our work and having them present at our meetings, at our annual collaborator meetings, we're getting that instant input of what's really important for us. There's lots of things in medicine that we've done because we've always done it, like what's the best outcome after stroke. We use an assessment score called the modified Rankin scale. But if you talk to consumers, they may have some very important other priorities in life. And we need to make sure we're measuring those in our new stroke research trials. We also need to make sure that we don't burden our participants in studies with too much stuff. Let's just boil it down to the bare minimum of what we really need to collect, because every data point has a cost. And I think what co-designing with our consumers will make sure our trials are better aligned with stroke medicine, that reflect the priorities of people with stroke, and will be more efficient in the long run. The remarkable advance in telehealth in the last decade has been extraordinary, really bumped along by the pandemic as well. But what we've learned from the experience in Australia is that having telestroke services in the acute phase is saving lives and improving independence after stroke, because it allows people who live in regional areas to get access to the sorts of treatments that make a difference in the early phase of stroke. We've almost got full nationwide cover now in Australia, with the Queensland government just starting up funding their service. Now, this service provision, of course, is really important, but it also gives us the ability to include people in rural and remote areas into the research, because we've already had experience of getting approvals to do consent over telestroke and telehealth technology. So what we want to do in the CRE is to try and make sure some of our trials with a telehealth lens offer an opportunity to participate in research for those who are not in the metro areas. And the reason this is important is that if you're in a research trial, we know from lots and lots of evidence from decades that your outcome is just as good, if not better, than routine care. It's not a risk being in research. The other advantage of regional and remote centres participating in research is that if we get a positive result, those sites will implement the new treatment quicker and faster than people who were not in the original research. So it really helps us with our translation of successful results.